Alright guys, welcome back. Doing a little work to Mark's head. Just a couple minor things, nothing severe. This head's already got Kigley springs. We got some cam gears on it already. This thing's got the Kelford 276 high lifts. They seem to work pretty well with the stroker motors and stuff, even though this is going to be a 2.4 D-stroked with 162 millimeter rods. But we're just going to do some improvements on the head that he didn't actually have yet done. So let me show you. Alright, we got a dress-up item here. We got some improvements on the bolts. As you can tell, they're stock, so I like to do the ARPs. We've got a Kigley HLA regulator, and then we got the GSC zero tick lifters. So we're going to tear this thing apart, and we're going to throw the improvements on there, and just try to make it a little better. A couple improvements, but like I said, it's already got Kigley springs. You can kind of see those down inside there, but it's got nice Kigley springs and Kelford cams, stock rocker arms, stock lifters now, but we're replacing those, and that's about it. So yeah, let's get started. Check this out. Tiny little Allen wrench, right? Go down inside there and just barely push down on it. Cause see, check it out. Right now, can't squish it, right? Just center it. You'll feel it. It'll hit the center. Don't push on the Allen wrench. Push on this. But just depress that. Once you get centered, depress it enough. There you go. And then when you push down, boom. Now you can see it's doing that. Do not push this down. Push with your thumb. But see how she's moving now? Alright. Want to bleed those things down just a little bit before you install them. She's gonna make some noise when you start it up, but at least the lifters will be bled down. Good to go. And these lifters are brand new. When you take out your stock lifters, you want to do that same trick a lot. You really want to frickin' make sure they're good and bled down. That way they're not hanging open valves when you first start it up, because these things are pumped up hard when you pull them out. The stock ones, that is. So maybe the old lifters were going away, but check this out. Pull you down. Take a look at this. So I don't know if you can see this, but this surface right here looks like that the end of this right here, that guy right there, was actually beating itself off of these guys. I got, see that one? That one's normal. You come over here and you got some marring going on there. Oh no, you got kind of, yeah. See that? And the valves look okay. Nah, but looks like you may have over RPM this motor, or we were just running into the old lifters being a problem, one or the other, but now we got good stuff. Alright, I don't know if you know, I'm looking to see if we've got excessive wear and grinding like a big old flat spot on there. And these things are definitely shown little sign of wear, but I'm not seeing anything horrific right there. Bearings look okay. Oops. Everything looks alright, so I'm just going to send it with these. If I see any, like severe cracking, or this surface is heavily marred up, then I would definitely replace them for sure. So, but so far so good. Like this one's really nice. No issues, just minor. You can see where it was wearing on the end of the valve, so no big deal. But Plenty assembly lube and we'll be good to go. That one's really nice. Let's set this fucking cam in. I always like making sure the dowel pin's up, so we'll throw a little assembly lube on the thrust areas here of the cam. Boom. Make sure she's good, and these are your thrust areas, so this, you know, keeps it from moving back and forth. Alright guys, these seals are in good shape. Still got some good spring right there. I don't see anything that's really showing me that these seals need to be replaced. I did put this head on the car before a while ago, so I'm just going to lay a slight bead of silicone on that thing and set them in, slide them in, good to go. Not a lot, just a skim coat. Doesn't need to be heavy, just a real skim coat. Boom, just enough. Since this seal has been used once already, it wasn't leaking, but make sure you get it on there without rolling that seal. And there's a little step. Just push it all the way back to the step, you're good to go. So, on these cam caps, what I want to do is make sure she's good and clean. Now know that this cam is actually pushing up on this surface. It's pushing up on this thing all the time. So you want to make sure that you can't catch your thumb on anything and that this surface is in decent shape. Okay, so since you've got oil around this area right here is kind of a seal area, and you can get away with not doing it, but I like to scrape this area off just a little bit right here. I will apply a tiny little bit of silicone right there. Just enough to get behind the gasket, because that's where your actual valve cover gasket lies. So I just throw that just enough. As you can see, just enough silicone. With the cam straight up. Check it out. There's your dowel pin. There's your marks. It's straight up, right? Both of them are. All you got to worry about is this. This is how your reluctor goes in. Same every time. If you do not do this right, the car will not start, or will have a problem starting. Okay. Let's see this. See that short guy right there? You can see there's little notches in there. That thing goes in just like that. See how this little notch is just before this? As this rotates this way, the bottom one is this. So you're looking at about, what's that, about 11 o'clock or so? When you're putting in your cams, or you're, rebuilding your head, you're having, something going on, when you take that out, if you don't mark it, if you put everything up to TDC, when you do put it back together, you want this thing to be just like that. Right there. You can see that right there. That's how it goes in. Straight up, straight up. Dowel pin, I know they're not exactly straight up, but when it ends up getting time, that's where it's going to be. These things are pretty nice. A long time ago, before they actually started making these, I thought about doing one, and I had a buddy of mine build me one. And then after that, shortly thereafter, they started building them. So, not that I'm saying that's my idea, but I did have one built for me before they started actually offering these for sale. But they do look nice. They're fancy. And you don't really need the gasket. There's no oil pressure behind this. All it is, it just gets a little bit of oil. But heck yeah, and there you go. Boom. STM. Yay! Fancy shit. Alright. Well, this head's done. I'm going to go ahead and bag this bad boy up. She's built. I don't want a lot of dirt in this thing. I know my shop's kind of dirty. So I'm going to bag this bad boy up and Yeah, I mean, I know, Idaho's a little boring right now. I mean, the weather's cold. We do got, some real minor races going on. Right now, just kind of like a lot of tutorials. So I hope you guys like this. I hope this actually helps you guys out. And if you like it, subscribe. It helps me out. Trying to get off my feet. There's not a whole lot of people doing 4G63 stuff or Evo stuff. And hopefully this will be, something that everybody can use when they're building their cars and stuff. But I'm going to bag this bad boy up and see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.
Well, and that wraps up this episode here at Snellfed Performance. We appreciate you stopping by and checking out the channel. Hopefully you give us a like and subscribe for future updates on Mark's Evo, as well as other projects we have down the line. Have a great day, and thanks for coming by.